Today, a big tank with a small gun. After that, a small tank heavily under-tiered. And after that, a middle-sized tank with a big bite. This is World of Tanks with Black Knight. And welcome, as you saw just a moment ago, a big tank with a small gun, the Jagdtiger 88. Although the 88mm wasn't that small, but in World of Tanks, in a tier 8 game, it's not the biggest gun available. And, well, you see here, there are a bunch of subscriber replays. These are all from the same subscriber from my channel, named Rocket Soldier. The links to the results will be down below, where you can see for yourself that the games actually work pretty good. Although in my mod systems you can see a lot of the damage that he's going to soak up, and also that he's going to deal. And well, Rocket Soldier, when I met him, he wasn't that good. That's the Panther less. He wasn't that good, but at this point he hasn't played a lot of games yet. He's played, well, he did play quite a lot of games, but not as much as most players. And he is better than the average person in this game. Bouncing a shot from the WC because he moved back at the right point and let his tank tip over. Right here he's auto-aiming to make sure that well, his aiming circle will be on the enemy tank before it gets in its way. Auto-aiming again, not worrying about the serious aiming problem a tank destroyer might have, and two medium tanks staying right in front of him. How idiotic can they be? This shouldn't actually be happening. Yeah, T28 T28 concepts is there. It's completely moving up, and well, I don't know what Rocket Soldier's planning here, but he could have kept firing quite easily. Panther down. T69 is down. And WC, oh, he missed it. And he was being shot at by artillery. So he finished off, well, two enemies now. And yeah, you can't go up that slope, but this game, he's already done 2000 damage and soaked up some hits that didn't penetrate. And yeah, he finally gets up this little slope here and finds a Black Prince in his side. I actually played this game right after we stopped playing as Platoon. And we did have some good games as a Platoon. You'll see one of them. But yeah, sometimes a Platoon isn't going to cut it. Indian Panzer keeps on bouncing, but yeah, with this kind of reload speed, he's going to beat him with the DPM anyway. And now he's being shot in the engine, and he's not through yet. He finds out he's been shot in the engine. Black Prince comes up, being shot in the side by the T69, and he's being shot in the engine again. So right now he can't actually do anything anymore because he's been shot in the engine, but he did over 3000 damage. But yeah, he's done all he can in this game. Soaked up 13 hits, giving him the Steel Wall medal. And well, dealing over 3000 damage. Giving him just not the high caliber medal. Kind of a bummer, but yeah. He did get 2 kills, he did get a pretty decent result out of this game. And he made quite a lot of credits too. And well, this time a small tank heavily undertiered. Although the VK3601H does have a gun that's capable of penetrating tier 8 tanks. It's the short barrels, or the medium barrel 7.5 I think, something like that, or the short barreled 88. I should look it up sometimes, but well, I've not really played this tank. And instead of going to the usual heavy tank crawling spot, although this tank is pretty fast for a heavy tank, it was supposed to be a medium tank. Wargaming changed it a while ago to a heavy tank type. Did buff up the hit points of this tank, but the armor value of this tank are pretty low. Oh, Jeffy moving up there. That's actually a pretty decent shot there. 240 damage, about 240 damage, and just missed him a second time. If you would have hit him there, you would have gotten that extra kill, but... And then he stops, or got tracked, or anything like that. At least he missed because the Chevy didn't move on, he was pre-aiming. And yeah, stuff like that happens quite a lot. 3002M actually is in kind of a bad spot there. Rocket Soldier not going forward too much. He knows he's under-tiered against those enemies. He's 1 tier lower than 2 of them, than the 2 that are spotted. And oh yeah, I'm ruining it a little bit again, am I? Oh, there's a lowest battalion map. Yeah, there, yeah. Come on, yeah. He's finished. But he's been spotted now. Moving up a bit more, come on. And there we have some enemies. Oh, super pusher. Moving back instantly after he fired. It's actually pretty smart to move back against the tier 8 tank and a tier 6 tank. But you do also have to take a little bit time to aim. Otherwise shells will go like that. Super Pershing just fired. He has a little bit more time. Takes a half a second more to aim and it shoots and hits. So now there's 2 enemies more out there. 2 tier 7 enemies left. And they're being shot from the other side too now. Takes another kill. That's another easy job. As you can see, he also has a mark of excellence on this tank. Ooh, bounced on the SU. Come on, can you do that? That's a miss. No, it got finished off by the AMX CDC from over 500 meters distance. Pretty nice shot though. And there's the E25 that was also around there somewhere. And they couldn't really see him. He did lose spotting there, but going from the position that the E25 was moving at, he fired a shot in preparation and prepared to do some damage while it wasn't being spotted. Although Rocket Soldier hasn't done a lot of damage yet, he's made 2 kills in a tier 8 game, and one of those 2 kills is a tier 8 tank, which is actually pretty hard to penetrate if he had done it correctly. Oh, E25 moved the other way and well, didn't really get spotted. Rocket Soldier not doing the correct thing yet. And that's a problem. That was the IS-3 that actually sniped him there. And well, to make sure the E-25 isn't going to kill him, he's now going to side scrape. And as you can see, it's very effective. E-25 not taking the time to aim his shots. And well, that means he's going to lose this kind of battle. E-25 should have easily won this. IS-3 hits the, well, rear drive wheel and doesn't do any damage. And that's where Rocket Soldier actually was pretty lucky. And he's done over 1,000 damage in this tank now. Well, yeah, well, these enemies should have been able to take care of him. And another shot into the IS-3 there. Great job so far by the Rocket Soldier. And he's not able to see the IS-3 right now. Because, well, he went out of his draw distance. And there he took the track of the IS-3. Something wrong with the replay there. And another big hit in. And you can't see it now. And that one missed actually. Otherwise it would have said that it would have hit. And that's this match over too. So, 2 great results. In this match, actually, I'm in action too here. And, well, this replay isn't about me. But I do ask the T-71 if he would ram me at full speed. You're not going to, but it would have been fun. It was my mission to kill an enemy light tank while moving. Or to ram an enemy light tank to death. Easiest way is to pick the E50 or E50M and just ram the first light tank you find. Most of the time they'll just die. But this time, yeah, you can see on the minimap I'm moving to the middle and the Rocket Soldier is together with Astracha to the town. And also an E100 is going to the town. That E100 is going to be a bother. Oh, and there's the first T-71 down. Killed by the 1390. He was actually set on fire and couldn't extinguish his fire fast enough. I don't know what Rocket Soldier was hoping to do with this. It actually turned out to be a good choice to move here. E75 missed, IS7 bounced. Oh, there's the E75 again, and this time Rocket Soldier does do damage. Gets tracked, but that's not a problem. He's, well, not in any danger from the IS7 or anything, because the IS7 pulled back already. And yeah, at this point Rocket Soldier sees the problem and is going to, well, try to plug the hole. Wow, that's a Citroen. Yeah, they actually put car brands on the destructible car wrecks, cars. It's actually pretty funny. I didn't think the Second World War had any cars standing around because, well, most people weren't allowed to have a car. T-95 spotted there, and yeah, that could become a problem. That Centurion 7-1 actually gave me a hell of a hard time. And he wanted to set me on fire, but well, that wasn't possible. Oh yeah, and I just got finished off by that Waffenträger V100. It's kind of a bullshit tank to come up against in a medium tank. Shoot. That shot wasn't all that good. This, by the way, the T-125, my own games in this tank are actually pretty horrible. Okay, what? This tank has kind of troll armor. Troll-ish armor. Rocket Soldier not in all hurry, but he kind of got unlucky there. Turret controls busted, say what? T-95 actually had a pretty good luck shot there. And well, T-125 though is actually a pretty strange tank anyway, with its armor values and stuff like that, because most of the time when you fire at an enemy it does damage, but when you fire at a T-125 and it hits just a millimeter to the side, the complete armor derps you. And if you turn just in time or just too late, the armor derps you even more. Or the enemy. As you could have seen, Rocket Soldier, using a lot of auto aim, at the side of the enemy to fire at. Nice high roll there. And finishing off the T-50-41. I think he was in panic when he saw that the T-95 right there. And then he aimed and he was like, oh, hold on a second, there's the rear of a T-95. So he was like, never mind that. That was kind of strange too. Rangefinder hit but no damage taken. How the hell could an IS-7 hit him but not do any damage on the rangefinder turret? And that's well, it was too bad. And at this point I was looking with him and seeing what he was doing. And this, well, at this point he's making a pretty smart move, not going straight over the bridge, although there ain't any artillery in the game anymore. That IS-7 is still alive and he isn't spotted for a little while because, well, Rocket Soldier actually went behind the building. And now he moves out and finds out the IS-7 actually had pulled back a little bit. And, well, that made sure that Rocket Soldier could pull over out here and support the E-100. Although at this point he also almost only needed one kill more to complete his mission. And at this point I said, just the back, just the back. Yeah. He said, lower glaze on the back, right? Well, it doesn't actually matter if you're 90 degrees behind the enemy. Mouse missed. E-100 turns around and, well, that's the end of the mouse. And mission failed for Rocket Soldier. If you enjoyed this video, everyone, although I had a sore throat, or nah, not a sore throat, a jaw, I hope you enjoyed it and not too one-sided in my talking, and I'll see you guys on the battlefield.